Hello everyone. I'm just going to turn off the blur. Couldn't do that earlier on because it deactivates as soon as I come off that scene, unfortunately, so I have to keep putting it back on every single time. So it shouldn't be as blurry this time round, but the light is on, so hopefully it shouldn't be that bad. I'm going to shut the door as well because you can hear Ash's game over this. I could hear Silent Hill F in the background. Which wouldn't have looked good. How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to the stream. My name's Finn, as always. This is Yorcity, and this is the build we're currently on, which is the City Hall. And in the last stream, we finished off the offices for like the lower peons of the office, shall we say, because they're underground. We did a little bit of extra kind of stuff on the balcony for the archive room, and I think we left it at that last time. So hopefully, by the end of this stream, we'll have a plan in place for the ground floor of City Hall. That is my plan for the end of this stream, is to at least have a floor plan set up for what City Hall is going to look like from someone walking in from outside, basically. Before we do that, there's a couple of extra bits we need to do. There's some pictures I need to put up in the archive room. There's a candelabra I need to put in, dangling from the ceiling above the atrium I need to put in. I need to do the ceiling for the car park, which you can see in front of me here. And also the ceiling for the archive room too. So they're the things we've got to do first, and then I can put the groundwork in for the City Hall floor plan. So we'll start that as soon as people start jumping into the chat. I will get that sorted out for you. Whilst we're waiting for people to file in, I'm just going to grab a drink because I'm quite dry in the throat, and I keep coughing everywhere. So let's just go grab a drink, and I'll be right back. And let's head back. I'm sorry about that. And my throat was very dry and I needed a drink. And I finished my coffee earlier. So I needed something to keep my words going and not coughing for the entire stream. So, yeah. So previously on this, we did the lower offices. EP's here. Good evening to, well, not the streamer because they are AWOL. Wow, fun stream, says JP. Hi, chat's catching up now. I can see you just popping in. Yeah, as I mentioned beforehand, I started to do the intro. I started coughing everywhere because my throat's still dry. Apparently, having one cup of coffee wasn't enough, so I'm going to have another one. See if I can like moisturise it a little bit more so I don't cough for the entire stream. But yeah, I was just saying, in the previous live stream we did the lower offices in the basement, and we did a little bit of work on the balcony in the atrium. Not too much because I realised that the actual balcony itself is on a half slab. So if you put anything on top of it, it will be floating unless you make it a full slab. So as people may be able to see, because I'm just gonna show everyone what I did at the very end of the last stream. If people left a little bit earlier than that, I did a little bit of extra stuff. So there's a little raised platform here with some seats on here. As mentioned before, because it's a half slab, anything you put on it, as if there would be like on the balcony floor itself, it would be floating otherwise. So I have to put a full slab there, which is fine. And then we've got a raised bit here, which is kind of like a little plinth with two seats there as well, with some artwork on the ceiling, on the wall even. And that's all I ended up doing, really. There was another raised platform on the end to kind of make it match to the side. I want to do like a lectern, I think, on one of these raised bits. And also do some pictures on this wall to kind of finish this room off. Then there will be, as I'm building the ceiling for the archive room, which we're in at the moment, I want to make a chandelier or a candelabra or a chandelier, isn't it? Candelabra is going that way. Candelabra is going that way. A chandelier to kind of fill this space of the atrium that's not got anything in it. And then once that ceiling belt's been done, I'll get to work doing the ceiling part for the multi-story car park, which will be very, very easy. It'll just be stone because it's just concrete. It doesn't need to be fancy. I just need to put like a row of stone over the top of it. I may come back and like finesse it a little bit to make it look a bit more pretty. I won't do that on the live stream because that would be very exciting to watch. So what I'll do when I get to this point is I'll literally just put a layer of stone over the top of it, and that will be the ceiling for that point in time. I just realised there's a mistake in here. How did that happen? Speaking of which, I'm just going to fill in this mistake. Don't know how that happened, but it did. How's everyone's week been so far? I've had a very tiring day at work. It was very, very boring. Very tiring. And yeah, nothing much else to report other than that. There we go. That's better. I will put this in my inventory for later. I'll bring that nether tab back. I'll need that later. There we go. Jai's here. Hello, Jai. I meant to ask, did you get a follow-up on the dog that Ash mentioned you were potentially taking in? No new news really at the moment. At the moment, we're still waiting for like what the current owner wants to do with her at the moment. We're not in a stage yet where we can talk about when we're picking her up or anything like that. We've said to Ash's dad that we're going on holiday in June. So if we haven't heard anything by June, we will look for other things, look for other options. But at the moment, no new news to give you about that. It'd be nice if it happens, but if not, it's fine. I bet EP did it. I bet he did. A little bit of mischief there from EP. I did nothing except leave the world's greatest sign. So you say, EP, says JP. But yeah, so I've just had the kettle boil even. I'm just going to get my coffee and I'll be back. I won't be too long. I'm not going to put the we'll be right back stream back. Just yet. That's better. My throat felt a bit kind of a bit dry and chalky, so I needed something to kind of moisturise it a little bit. To be fair, it's the kind of mild trolling I would do, but in this case, it wasn't me. I believe you, EP. I see it's good that you are wanting to adopt a dog again. I think, don't get me wrong, since Ghost unfortunately had to leave us in September, it has felt a lot lonelier in the house at the moment, in the Lucas Fending house. But I have also, on the same time, kind of enjoyed having my own time back as well, in a weird kind of way. So when we do get another dog, it's going to be an adjustment period to kind of get back into, and now you've got someone that's depending on you as well, kind of thing, rather than just yourself. So yeah, funny, but there is progress, says EP, with his world. Ah yes, EP, is Saturday still happening? By the way, I'm still free. I'm not doing anything on Saturday. I think we were just sorting out a time last time, weren't we? Let me put my headphones in. I'm going to do it, but there's not really anything, not really any music in the background, is there? It's just going to be me talking shit. Know that feeling, Finn. How's Casper doing? And by the way, if you don't mind me asking, I'm going to put a lectern somewhere in this balcony. I think where would be best place to put it. I've got the raised bit over here, the raised bit over there as well. I'm thinking putting it here because that's like over the atrium kind of thing. I imagine like when this was like an older building that it was used for like some kind of like town hall meeting was in this room rather than the rooms that will be upstairs. Mentally. Yeah, we never actually agreed Saturday, but I should be free. Oh, we didn't, did we? Saturday at the moment I've got nothing on. Let me just double check my conversations with yourself. Did I say a different day, or did I not specify a day? You just double check my messages. Oh, I did say Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, we'll figure out times after the stream. Whatever time's better for you, EP, probably, because I said I can work around that then. I've got a big bruise on my foot because of him, but he good, thanks. Did you do that thing where I was like got really excited and like jumped on your foot kind of thing? Yeah, he didn't do it out. He didn't do it out of he didn't do it out of any malice. He just got excited. Rain is the bane of my existence. I know what you mean. Since having Sora, it's a different feeling at home. I never set anything in stone. Only thing set in stone was somebody else. Who shall remain nameless for now? Yes. Think of a stupid celebrity. My brain's just gone blank. Oh, I'm funny if I could think of a single celebrity that would be a ridiculous idea. I know what I'm talking about right now. My brain's fried. We'll go with that. That lectern, that was like more like a piano than a lectern. I think it's supposed to be a lectern. But yeah, we've got the lectern block, haven't we? Of course we do. Let's try the lectern block. That would look better. Did I forget a block exists? Yes, I did. I've been using these as steering wheels in the key, so I keep wanting to say quay. It's not quay, it's key. I'm going to use this for its intended purpose this time. As a lectern. Ta-da! Like that, and I can close that one now. Lectern. I do like that though. I might put some more of those around actually. I do like the way that looks and everything else. Might do another one at like certain intervals. You know how like in certain like national parks stuff like that, they'll have like a lectern with like information about the park kind of thing on it. I want that kind of aesthetic, but with the archive room. JP says, "Is it AP?" The last thing I want is for people to know my upcoming music video with Beyonce. Oh shoot, I said it now. I can get a hold of a good singer then, EP. Ooh, shots fired in the chat. I like Beyonce. Leave her alone. Ugh. No, it wasn't Beyonce. It's actually EP's ex-boss who released a terrible pizza song. No, it wasn't a pizza song, sorry. He released a terrible music video, but he worked in a pizzeria. EP needs to show that, they need to share that fact with everybody so they can all experience the pain together as a collective unit. I suffered, so you have to too. EP's like, but that means I have to go search for that guy's stupid video again. Because you can tell the guy making the video really thinks he is somebody, but he's not. Oh god, that video, says EP. I tried to share the video recently, but the guy's taken it down. Oh, well, you know. He finally came to his senses. I can't even remember how it goes. I tried to block it out of my memory. But it is very embarrassing, should we say. Just thinking ahead to certain events and stuff like that. Because in March, I've got absolutely nothing happening so far. There might be an event happening, but I mean, in terms of like anniversaries and birthdays and that sort of thing, March is kind of a drought. There isn't anybody that I know that has a birthday in March that I know personally. So that tends to be the month where I get things ready for other people's birthday months, kind of thing, or can treat myself to certain things. It's the month before mine. Song is on Spotify, but the video is gone. And it had over 100,000 views and mostly likes somehow. People like a novelty song, even if it is garbage. That's how Mr. Blobby became Christmas #1 back in 1993. And that was god awful. But it was funny, and people liked funny. You've got my birthday, Finn, says JP. Have you got a March birthday? For some reason I thought JP's birthday was in April. For some reason. I thought you had the same birth month as me. If your birthday's in March, that would make you either an Aries or a Pisces, and I probably see you more as an Aries. Right, so I think the balcony of the archive room is complete. I think I won't add anything else onto here because I feel like it might be a bit too much. I think we've got enough on here. We've got chairs, stuff like that. I'll put some chairs on this side of the room, maybe. If I put a chair on there, it's gonna look weird against everything else. So I'll leave it from this side of the room. We've got them at the end here, and we've got them over there as well. So I don't think we need any extras. It's fine. We'll put some pictures down. This little bit here. I think what I'll do is I'll do like a 4 one here. If it will let me do a 4 one. If I could count properly. That's better. Perfect. I like all the new pictures as well. I say new. I know these new pictures have been out for a while now, but you get so used to the other ones that came originally that you kind of get bored of those original ones. I'm a fish just, says JP. You're on the Aries cusp of Pisces. Okay, cool. I know a Pisces now. I didn't know I knew a Pisces before. So if you're on the cusp, I'm assuming it's like the 20th, 21st, 19th of March. Oh. Okay, so you did that 4 one for this one, but not this one for some reason. Why? I don't understand. Better. I'll do that one. Classic older one. Makes sense. So I'm a Taurus, obviously, because I was born in April, but I am on the cusp of Aries by a couple of days. Don't know what that means. I said I used to like research a lot about horoscopes, but I don't like do people's um like signs stuff like that. I'm not into it that much, but I like to kind of like do like a background in it. Kind of thing. Like a fun fact. I love fun facts. Enlighten me with your fun fact. Well, that I like that, but not there. I guess I'll do. I'll put that there. That's fine by me. I wanted to put some more lighting in here, but I think when I put the central candelabra in, it's going to fix some of the lighting issues down here. Fun fact, my birthday is International Day of Happiness. I must now Google that to find out what your actual birthday is. Not that I'm filling out a form or anything and trying to commit any kind of fraud, but I think my birthday's Earth Day, I think. Okay, cool. I got one of the dates right. I'm not going to reveal what your actual birthday is, but I got one of the dates right. Yeah, mine's Earth Day, which is so my birthday is Earth Day. Then it's followed by the 23rd. Has got lots of people associated with it. The 23rd of April. William Shakespeare was born on that day. St George's Day. I think the Queen used to have a birthday on the 23rd as well. A couple of other people. I'm sure there's other celebrities as well that had a birthday on the 23rd. Not many people had a birth on the 22nd, but on the 23rd, definitely. It was confirmed. Finn was a filthy crook earlier, and I am, of course, completely innocent. EP, that's a lie, and you know it. I don't believe that for a second. Right, so we've got the pictures on. I think it's time to put the ceiling on. Yay! It's the ceiling time. Okay, this is becoming a little bit more real now because the ceiling's coming on. So let's close. Let's got rid of all the blocks we don't need right now. I'm gonna do like a wood ceiling, like wood beams, but like in squares to kind of fill this gap up. So I need to make sure that it's on slabs rather than on full blocks because this is the ground floor. Nothing can go higher than this level because it'll get covered up with grass and whatever the floor is on the upper floor when we get around to doing that. So, yes, we were revealing some kind of like old lore about Woolworths, and I revealed that me and my sister both stole from the pick and mix at Woolworths. So, hence, we are now criminals. This is EP Sign. Everyone say hi to EP Sign. So I'm going to need a wood slab, and I'm going to need like a neutral coloured slab. I go wood slab. Either dark oak or spruce. I'm going to go with spruce because there's a lot of dark oak in this room already. And either sandstone, which is similar to the roof in the restaurant, or just go for quartz, make it white. I think anything else kind of makes sense. So we'll go for the quartz slab. I don't know what the difference between smooth and regular quartz is. They look exactly the same. So we'll do that. I hear a husband. Hello. Hi. Mm-hmm. Thank you for your contribution. Okay. And also I need to put some lights in as well. So what I will do, once the ceiling's up, obviously I'm going to do the big chandelier even, in the middle of the atrium. And then where there's not so much lights, namely here and on the other side, I'm going to put some strip lights in. And Kill the Rain. Title of my album, Kill the Rain. JP says hi. Siri just turned itself on then. He said, it's my sign. So, what's the best way to do this? It's going to be loads of squares. I'm just going to go around the edge of it first, and then that will kind of dictate how big the area will be. ED. Yeah, work was very busy today. It was mostly phone calls today, but it was that kind of phone call where it's like they're not easy queries. They're kind of like it's one central bit, but then there's an extra bit that means it's not so easy to get the answer for it. You have to wait for people to come back to you. It's a more of a taxing day in terms of queries today. And like the things you want to get done, like the letter stuff, like the stuff that's like not urgent stuff, but like kind of things that like you need to get done by like a certain point in the week, has to get pushed back because there's so many other things that keep coming in. Zup Locust Baked. He's in the other room now, he can't hear you. I'm a bit kind of like, I don't know where the roof bit will end on this stairwell bit. Although, because it's winding up, I might just close it off like that. Be easy to do it that way. I'm just going up through the ceiling anyway. I don't want him to think that's a floor to like jump onto, so I might just leave that like that for now. I can fill in the gaps later on. Eventually there'll be it's okay because eventually there'll be a 4 block here, so it'll be covering it up. It's fine, it's fine, I'm just overthinking things. Again with this one, it goes in by 1, and it goes out for some reason. I'll sort that out later. It was going to be a bit rough around the edges, but I'll sort it out later. I'm not super happy about it, but it will do for now. I'm currently working on a shopping centre and having to come up with prices for everything. Unfortunately, there's no pound to emerald converter. You'll work it out somehow. Again, still not super okay with that, but we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. It's fine. Like that more. Right from the bottom. Yeah, it still looks a bit weird that it's coming out at a just weird angle. I'm trying to make it circular, but it kind of looks a little bit like disjointed. But I guess that will do. This is where I'm concentrating because I want to get it right perfect first time. Like that. That works. That works. Yep, happy with that. That's perfect. That's all I want to do. Leave that bit a bit open. It's going down. And if I need to change it later, I'll change it later. Yeah, somehow the just random this part isn't really that important. I need to work out, make these squares evenly spaced. I need to work out how, what I'm looking for, how long the thing is. I keep forgetting words. I must be like getting old or something. I'm being indecisive. I'm being indecisive. I don't care. I'm being indecisive. That looks better. That looks better. Your birthday is coming up in a few months. Soon, Old Man Ash will be joined by Old Man Finn. And I'll get there before you will be at AP. You need to respect your elders. I know I'm only a couple of months older than you, but you'll get there just as quickly as I will. It's the big 3-5 this year for me. I'm 35 this year. Can you believe it? Where has the time gone? Right, now I have to work out how long this is. 1, 2, 3. Actually, no, I need to work it from here, not from here, because that's going to be covered up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. Running out of time, running out of breath. So 49 from this bit of blank space to that bit of blank space over there. So I can split that 49, I can easily split into sevens. So if I make it like a 7 by 7 square, does that work? How long is this bit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll see how 7 by 7 works. And we'll do it like that. Do it like that. Over the hill, yeah. Over the hill then. JP, don't start insulting me because EP started it. Don't be influenced by him. I'm just happy still to be 25. Don't put basic lies into the chat, EP. I will ban you. Or I'll get Andy to do it because she's dying to do that. The 7 between it or 7th one? The 7 in between. Yeah, it needs one more. Ah, conveniently there. I bet if you shave your bread off, EP, you'll look 18. To be fair, if you have, I have 2 noticeable patches of white in my beard. That's not even slightly believable. I can still get away with being in my 20s. Little bits of white in my not quite my sideburns, and that area underneath, like this area of your hair, this area here. I've got lots of whites in there. Not so much that you can see it from a fair distance, but it's going that way. I was going to put a little nub in at the end for every 7th block. And you can see the little bit of a gap here by like 2 either side. Now, the only way I can kind of get away with doing that is shifting it along by 1. So there is... Okay. So there is one, like, 1 by 9 gap either side of the balcony. But you know what? I kind of don't mind that, if I'm being completely honest. So I'll just shift it along by 1. And then just deal with the little gap at the end. So this one technically will be 6 and not 7. So I've shifted it along 1. So if I move it, if I move that there, then it's going to make that doubled, and that's just going to annoy me. You know, like that. So let me clear the rain. Let me clear the rain. That was supposed to be Adele, but I completely ruined the melody. Showing that off might make me look a bit younger, but I'm fine with how I look. And that's correct. Everyone should feel good about how they look. I remember the times before the goatee. And now I can't think of a time without goatee, if that makes sense. Technically, it's not a goatee, it's a door knocker, but I always call it a goatee because in video games that's called a goatee. Or at least in Saints Row it used to be called a goatee, but there is one thing that I forgot, and that is that when I put the whites in, it's going to make the center bit rather than the beams stand out rather than the beams themselves. So I don't want to put the full blocks of the beams down because that will get rid of that wood effect on the bookcases. Don't really want to do that. So I'm going to have to deal with it. It will be the lesser of two evils, but I'll have to deal with it. Right, so now that I've done that, you can see there's a little gap here, and there's a little gap over there. So I can deal with that so that these are relatively the same size, apart from this section over here, which is technically 6, not 7, but we'll ignore that. I have a proper beard now. I have it for over a year. Well, last time I saw you, you were just trying out. Well, you weren't just trying it out. Had like the door knocker. You didn't have the full beard. At least that's how I'm remembering it. But I'm also old, so I might also be old. I'm misremembering it. And for some reason, I'm now off camera. Hang on a second. Let me sort that out. Now I'll be horribly off camera now, aren't I? And put down a little bit. Because I'm like, instead of being here on the camera, I was kind of like drifting off. So I had to fix it. I tried to. I think EP probably knows this. They've probably seen the photo of it. I tried to have a door knocker in sixth form before I could really kind of grow one out because obviously you're a teenager then, so kind of like you've not quite got the same hair growth speed that you would do if you're an adult. So when I did grow a what I call a goatee out, I just looked like a magician. It didn't suit me. But that's just me. I kind of want to put one here, so the candelabra when it candelabra. I keep saying candelabra. Chandelier. When the chandelier drops down here, it will be right above this central table here. So I kind of want to put like a beam here. Also, I think I figured out my beam problem. No, actually, no. That's fine. Ignore what I said. And for his next trick, he shaved it all off. Would you drive to them EP? You've done it before 3 times. Cheaper and faster than the train. No, 4 times, not 3. Yes, he has. He's seen us a couple of times. I've not seen him for a couple of years now, due to personal circumstances. But anytime he says, anytime you are able to come down, EP, open invitation. We love you, EP. And I'm not drunk here. This is sincerity. Sincere Finn. I'm okay with. I'm okay with this kind of division with the beams, actually. You know, that technically looks a little bit off. That looks kind of in the center. So this looks off. But I think because it's an odd number, it's always going to look a bit off. Or an even number will make it look odd anyway. I feel like if I move that, it'll make it look even worse. I think I'm just going to have to deal with that. Just going to have to deal with it. Ben, you missed a major thing I said. What did I say? What did you say? Well, I do have the money to come up and see you guys again. Just need to work out when and to improve my health and improve my health. And I'm already progressing on the laughter. I'm glad. I'm glad, EP. I like hearing that everyone's like furthering themselves for the better. It's up to you, EP. Would you prefer to come in the summer? Would you prefer to come in like the Halloween months kind of thing? I know you've been down in the summer twice, I think, and then once for my birthday, I think. I remember the very first time I met EP in person. It was the middle of a heat wave, which you know in the UK is rare. It was during the hottest day of the fucking year. We didn't plan it that way; it just ended up that way. And I remember at one point catching a lift with EP in his Fiesta from like this business park, kind of like industrial estate area, back home. Was it back home or was it back to the centre of town? I can't remember. EP will fill me in. And his car being hot as balls. Not his car's fault. The fact that it was literally so hot outside that the aircon wouldn't work for like a good couple of minutes after you got in. And autumn, you forget Alcon. I did forget that. It's been a while since we went to one of those for good reason. I'm old, EP. Sometimes I forget things, okay? You need to remind me. You need to remind your elders. That was the second time. I prefer spring or autumn just because the summer both times are too damn hot. And even if I am a bit less fat, I will still be too fat to deal with that. Everyone's too fat to deal with the sun. like I said, I do prefer being hot over being too cold, but there are limits. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but I'd like to do some more. I'd like to, because back in the old days, so like EP knew us from before even living with the ghost of the thing. Back in the old days, we were invited to a convention under our old group channel name. I'd like to do that again. It won't happen this year. I'm not at that stage yet, but I'd like to do that so that I can meet more people potentially. Like, I'd like to meet JP at some point. It's like he comes to every single one of our streams and like chats to us on the Discord, and he's very, very generous. And I've never met him yet, and I would like to see him at some point too. And like in past years, it's been either financial reasons or dog reasons why we can't make too many kind of like traveling trips outside of like our county. But now we don't. We're not so much like weighed down with the dog. And say, for instance, we end up getting Bo. Bo is already getting, or Bo already gets on with other dogs, which Ghost didn't. So in that kind of capacity, we could potentially leave the dog with relatives and relatives' other dogs if we needed to go out for extended periods, that sort of thing. Not all the time, but like if we were going out to a convention somewhere, for instance, we could potentially leave a dog at home. At the moment, obviously, we could go whenever we're financially viable. I would say, whilst we don't have a dog. And there's a couple of conventions that I'm planning on going to this year. Not in a channel capacity, just because I went a couple of years ago and I would like to go again. Sort of thing. Outcome was, well, the actual event wasn't great, but the company was. Yeah, that event had a lot of problems. A lot of problems. It no longer. I don't think it ever. I think it went out of business a couple of years afterwards. It's no longer. They don't do them every year now in our county. But when we were guests at that convention, it was very poorly organised. There was a part where okay, got the ceiling's done. Ceiling's done, everyone. Woo! There was a point where we were there for a panel, like we were in like the games room for like the morning, and I think we had like a guest of honor meet and greet thing that we were scheduled to do. We agreed to do. When it came to, excuse me, when it came to the actual convention, we did the panel, but the panel was in the cafeteria. It wasn't in a like a lecture hall or like a convention hall per se, because the campus itself, because the convention center, the convention itself was set at a university campus. It wasn't all in like secluded rooms. So for like panels, stuff like that, you'd expect to go to somewhere where there's like four walls around you. But when we did this panel, it was in the cafeteria. So granted, it wasn't like set up for people to be eating stuff like that, but people were like walking in and out. It was in the thoroughfare basically, so people could like walk back and forth, that sort of thing. It wasn't very good in terms of like the audio. So we had mics, but they didn't carry very far. So I remember a couple of our friends recorded it whilst we were there, but because the mic was, even though the mic was basically in our mouths, it was such a shitty mic. You couldn't quite hear what we were saying because the sound quality wasn't great. So that was two things that we didn't like. And then the second thing, so we did there was a gaming thing we did in the morning. So basically we just played Jackbox. It was supposed to be like, we set up Jackbox, people turn up, play the game, we have fun with them, ha ha ha, very low stakes kind of thing. When we get there at like 9, I think it was. So I just stopped playing the game then. I'm story time now. I'm forgetting to play the game. We got there about 9, like quite early, just before it was like opening up. And we got to the game section of this convention, and they hadn't turned the Xbox on. They hadn't set it up, like it wasn't connected. And there was one guy that was there assigned to run the entire room. including our section. We weren't the whole thing, a little section of it. And he was having trouble connecting the Xbox to this like roll-out TV thing, like you get in schools stuff like that. Like when the teacher can't be asked to teach anything, she'd roll the TV out. One of those TVs, and he couldn't find the right port to connect it on. And I remember Gina was there, and Gina told the guy, "Oh no, you just need to do this," or like, "Can I help you with that?" That sort of thing. And he completely fucking ignored her. And then as soon as Nathan said something, because Nathan was there too, he perked up and was like, "Oh no, I haven't tried that yet. Thank you for that." And basically, all Nathan did is repeat what Gina had said, and he completely ignored Gina and listened to Nathan. That was another thing we really didn't like as well. So by the time we did the gaming morning, which was great, you had fun. We had one last thing to do, which was what was it now? It was the meet and greet in in the cafeteria area. There was like a meet and greet of all the guests of honor for that weekend, and we were part of that. And I remember we turned up to the cafeteria bit, which was in the same place we had the panel, and there was nobody there. Like there were people that had gone to the convention. They were there. There was nothing set up. There was no kind of like. There was no person. There wasn't even like a person in like a coloured shirt saying, "Hi, I'm looking after it. Like, let me find you a table. Let me find you a place where we've set you up." Nobody was there. None of the guests were there. It was just us, and we were just kind of like hanging around, waiting for something to do, like waiting for someone to come to us and be like, "Oh yeah, no, you're for this bit. We'll come and collect you." None of that. We just left. We just left. There was nothing else left for us to do. Like we weren't able to do anything, but we turned up early. It wasn't that early. It was a little bit early, and we waited until like I think almost half an hour after it was supposed to have started, and there was nobody there. Absolutely no one there. There was no staff. There was no guests. We were just waiting there, waiting for someone to come over to us, and no one did. We just went home, and we just ended it there. But yeah, so that's a little bit of lore there that JP might not be privy to. EP knows about this, but JP doesn't know about this. I'd like to meet you too, Finn. Just leave Ash behind there. It's alright, I'll keep him in the cage. I won't bring him with me. It'll just be me. I still remember how Judith dominated everyone at Cards Against Disney. Yeah, so before we left, we had a chance to kind of like walk around the stalls and play a couple of games, stuff like that, just casually, that sort of thing. And it was me, Gina, Nathan, Ash. No, Ash wasn't there. It was me, Gina, and Nathan, and Judith and EP. And we just played a game of Cards Against Disney together. And Judith absolutely destroyed EP at Cards Against Disney. I have very fond memories of Judith. We finished the game, and then I think Gina said, like, "Well, how many did you get to EP?" And EP was like, "Oh, I got like 2 or 3 or whatever." And then Judith just leans to the camera and goes, "I got 8." And just dips out of camera again. One of my favourite memories. Mm-hmm. We went to Nando's, which is miles better than the convention. We did go to Nando's. Yes, you're right. It's all coming back to me. It's all coming back to me now. We went to Nando's before we left. Well, after we left, I think. And that was a much better experience than the actual convention was. And nowadays there are like different conventions, like small things that happen in our city. Nothing to write home about. Like they're not the big ones. We have a Comic-Con-esque type thing that happens, which is kind of like a toy show, or like an art show kind of thing that comes around every year. We have like a what else do we have? We have more that's kind of like the more like MCM style thing, but not actually the brand MCM. Where it has like the B list actors that come to that. Although the first year we went to that, I think Peter Davison was one of the guests, so Doctor Number 5 as one of the guests. That was the big one. And then the next year, I think Brian Blessed was one of the guests. But it wasn't like big like hitter names and sounded like guests. It was always kind of like they're not really doing any acting now, but back in the day they were like big kind of thing. I think Peter Davison does still do acting, but I think it's mostly Doctor Who related. Or maybe I'm simplifying that a bit too much. I haven't seen him in much recently that isn't Doctor Who related. I'll put it that way. JP says, "Poor Junior, I bet her blood boiled at that." Oh my god! Like, one of the things because I hate it as well. I hate being ignored, and I don't mean that in that kind of a narcissistic, like, look at me way. But like, if I've asked a question and I get ignored, or I bring up a query and I get ignored, oh, that boils my blood. I hate that. Like, yes, if you don't have the answer, just tell me you don't have the answer. Don't just ignore me. But this is the other way around. Like, Gina was actually giving him help. I was like trying to help him out, and he completely ignored her. Just had that kind of attitude of like, oh well, it was that kind of like, because we felt it. It felt a very sexist kind of attitude of like, oh well, you aren't a man, so therefore I'm not going to speak to you. It's like, we don't need that, especially in a gaming convention where it's supposed to be for everyone. It was. But it no longer, that particular convention, as I said, no longer exists in our city. It had a lot of bad press associated with it. But I would like to do some more. Like, having said that, it wasn't supposed to be a moan on every convention because I like going to conventions. I would like to do more, both as a guest and also as what I'm looking for. Both as a convention goer and as a guest kind of thing. It's been ages since I went as a guest. And I know that I'm not at that stage yet where people want to ask me to conventions because you don't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, that sort of thing. But if I've ever asked, I'd say yeah. Depending on what the convention was. Let's do real simple, bottom of the barrel kind of convention. Why is it still... Oh, we've got a little hole in the ceiling. Okay, I was going to say, why can't I hear the thunder if I'm indoors? Okay. So this is a little trick I like to do, which is if you use like single blocks of glass, they can be used as like little like dangly tassel things from like a candelabra. So if I get rid of this bit, ta-da, like that, but better. If I put this one here, I can just edit it around a little bit. I can make it look a bit more like a chandelier. Yeah, it's very, very dark now because I've closed the ceiling over. Closed the ceiling off for them. So if I just... Now if I put one there, it's going to make that longer, so I'm not going to do that. Not the biggest chandelier in the world, but it just needs to be enough to light the room up. Do I want to make that a little bit lower? Like that maybe? Looking a little bit churchy though, with a particular shape. Let me move it up one. with that. I'm trying to make it look less like a cross and more like a long, thin bulb. That'll do for now, I think. I want to put this here as well. Add to the illusion. I like that. Doesn't look... It looks more Christmassy now than Christian. Shall we say? Grab a drink. Anyone got any plans this weekend? Oh god, here he is. I wonder why you were being quiet on the chat. You were here just saying hi, weren't you? EP has approved of the candelabra. Of the chandelier. Why do I keep saying candelabra for? Thank you, EP. I appreciate that. Hopefully gaming, says JP. What are you playing at the moment, JP? What is your poison? I'm going to go and grab stair blocks to make like a strip lighting underneath. At the moment it's looking very dark. It's that one. Let's check in the other room. That one. The other office. Oh, it was slabs, it wasn't stairs. Is ever a problem with me invading your world? Do let me know. Nah, it's fine, it's funny. I trust you, EP. I think I probably trust you more with my world than my own husband. Because he'll just get bored and want to wreck everything. The moment the 3 game on PS is Core Keeper and I'm also playing Orc Must Die. What's Core Keeper? My first thought is like a Dungeon Keeper type thing, but it's probably something completely different. I think I'm also going to put some lanterns in as well. Some small areas of light. Around the staircases, definitely as well. Is that? Oh, it worked. Oh, that's so cute. I like that. Okay, cool. Do the same thing on this one. I do like that. I like the way that's turned out. Can't place it on that because it's on a half slab. I like that. Don't want to make it like too bright in here, but I don't want there to be like large areas of darkness. Carmi's here. Hello, Carmi. How are you? Started a platinum run on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth yesterday, which since apparently I like the struggle. I've not played the remake yet. I know Ash has obviously played it, but I've not played the remake. Then again, I didn't play the original, to be honest. I played a little bit of it on stream, but I didn't actually play the whole game. You are close, Finn. A mix of Stardew Valley and Minecraft. Oh, okay. Cool. It's a Kami. Hi, Kami. Hi, everybody. Kami is going to be doing a stream on Sunday of Crash Bandicoot 1. If you are not already informed, that's over on his Twitch channel, Kami7. So please do go over and check it out on Sunday. What time is it, Kami? I can't remember what time you said it starts at. If I can do, I'm going to drop in to watch that as well. I'm available. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this room is done. I think I might put like in these little bits where it crosses over, another lantern in there just to kind of light up this room a little bit more. Just in the bits where it crosses over. Not there, we've already got a lantern there. Not that one at the end. I can't wait to take revenge on you. It'll be 3 o'clock. EST. Or BST, sorry, not EST. Cool. I will make sure that I am available for that, because this weekend I am, apart from Saturday, apart from the thing I'm doing with EP on Saturday, this weekend is free. There might be a cheeky little pod being recorded on Friday as well this week. I know I said I wanted to get it recorded last week, but I said like, just because of what was happening last week, I didn't have the time. So me and Andy have delayed it for this Friday instead. So the next podcast probably won't release this month. It'll probably be early next month. We might skip January. Doing well. I had my complex exam last week and I passed. Even got the minimal grade I wanted. Minimal grade I wanted. I thought I said minimum then. I wanted. Now I'm having 3 weeks without school. And you? I've got this image now of Karma like of drinking like sangria like next to the beach somewhere. Did I just say me and Gina? Me and EP? Did I say me and Gina? I'm so sorry. I meant to say EMP. EMP? EP. My brain is falling through a hole in my ear. I got my podcast partner wrong. Yes, I did. Andy. I'm going to say Andy, not Gina. Andy. Have you seen what we've built so far, Carmi? Because I'm basically finished with this archive room now. The ceiling's on it. We did the ceiling. We've done this big chandelier, which I keep saying candelabra. It's the wrong way round. It is a chandelier. We've done some lighting in here as well, so it's not so dark during the night time. And then we've the ceiling one is obviously EMP. And what I meant to say with Andy, but I got confused over EP's name. Then put down the booze. It's coffee, I swear. It's not booze, it's coffee. Be nice or I'll fry your electronics. That's EP's superpower. If EP was a character in Dispatch, he would be a character that causes EMP strikes everywhere. Kind of, I still have to go to work, so I look at beach-themed wallpapers instead. That still works. But I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Carmen. Is it the end of semester now for you, or is it for like a half-term kind of thing? I only watched part 1 before I became absent, says Carmi. Okay, let's have a quick little zoom around of what we've built so far, now that the basement level is basically done apart from the car park ceiling. So, end of that stream, I think. I hadn't started the office yet, so this is the lower offices, sorry, the lower archives and the upper archives. And then we also built the boss's office in part 2, which is through here. The boss has got the biggest desk. It's got the nicest seats and a sofa behind that as well. We've got some filing cabinets over here, all very usual kind of like boss affair. Then we've got a jacuzzi, obviously, because he wants to throw his weight around. So we've got a jacuzzi and a table with all his towels on it, sort of thing. I'm gonna put as well, when we've got more buildings in the town, in city, I'm gonna put a wall where it's the map wall. So you can see like he's looking over the entire town kind of thing. I might put it above the sofa, but at the moment we haven't got enough in the city to warrant that yet. But like EP's like war room, kind of like map room in his mansion, I want that, but like in this room. And also when we get around to building like a bank or something like that, I'd also do the same thing there as well. Watch the latest 2 videos as well, because I've been missing out those. Thank you, Carmi. I appreciate that. So we've got the boss's office there. Then last week, we did the what I'm calling the basement peon's office. So the lowest of the low get to work in the basement. And it's like a 2-tiered basement. This is. We've got some office cubicles, like so close together you can barely walk around them. Some of them got laptops. Some of them got some cups on the go. And in the middle of these cubicles, we've got like a water cooler here. Some like random chairs for people to like kind of relax a little bit. Not too much because obviously the boss is around. And some more cubicles around here too. Then if we go upstairs, we've got another tier. More of the, still probably the bottom of the rung, but like they've got a bit more standing in the office because they're on the top floor. So we've got some more offices around here. More waiting areas. And we've got another water cooler over here. And also, they've got a better view because they've got like an atrium looking down over the worthless peons, shall we say. So, yeah. Pretty fancy. So when will the Britney stream happen? Well, you can place... I think it's like... festivals, but you can place an opera house and that kind of like music related buildings in the city. So I could do like a music district, like a festival district. That could be cool. But I think what I'll do for the next City Skylines stream is I'll put like an opera house down, I'll put a train station down, and I'll also try and start the new district that's opposite the river to Golden Coffers, because they all kind of won. Due to your ingenuity. First comment I saw was JP going, "Oh no, but you made me do this." I was like, what did he vote for? What did he vote for? Then I was like, I saw Britney Bitch is winning. And I was like, you know what? I'm not too mad. I put it there. It's going to happen at some point. Why not it happen there? Okay, so we're up to date now. So the ceiling's been put in, the archive room. We put the chandelier in. We've done some extra little bits to the balcony, and we've also put some lighting in as well. So now is the fun bit. So I'm going to cover up the ground floor now. Cover up the basement. I'm going to do the ceiling of the car park, which will be really, really easy because it's a car park. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. So it'll probably just be like a layer of stone for now, which I'll use to cover it over. And then I'll go back into it maybe at a later stream and try and make it look a little bit more interesting. But at the moment, because it's mostly will be hidden from the streets, I don't need to do too much design on it. Sounds amazing, says Kami. Will you be joining me on Thursday, Kami? You're not doing anything else? So for this one, I'm just going to cover it in ground. Because this will be effectively the ground floor when we build the floor plans to the City Hall. For this bit, I might use World Edit because it's such a big area. I might just use World Edit to just put the stone down. But yeah, let's close up this hole for now. Diggity. Except for where it like comes up to here. Actually, no, it's fine. Because obviously that will be covered up with whatever tile I end up using for the ground floor here anyway. And also I've noticed as well, when I'm watching back the old Yorcity videos, and I've got like a big area to cover with the ground blocks, sometimes it makes you get a little bit of a headache with all the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So to make it easier for you guys, I'm going to use World Edit for the car park. And you know what I've just realised? This isn't going to be open for the whole thing, is it? So I do need to fill this in. It will be open, but once you're going downstairs, you won't see the open part of the atrium. You get down to here. Same on this side. Because obviously this will be a wall. You'll see a little bit down here, but you won't see the whole thing until you actually get into the building. Yeah, I do. I still have private classes at programming, but those are pretty chilling. And yeah, I saw some water dropping in when I got there. Guess that's why. Yeah, what were we talking about before? Sidetracked. Talking about the old convention stories that I used to get. When we used to go to conventions back with the old channel, like predating Living with a Ghost and Brian and Pixels. And how bad the convention was managed, but the actual experience was okay. When I first met EP for the first time. And EP made a little video about it as well. Back in the day. I was referring to that hole you mentioned earlier when you got up there. Yeah, I left it open because I thought it was going to be like leaving it kind of open plan. So like when you're going down the staircase, you could see below you. But I realised that when you were doing that, this would basically be covered with a floor anyway. So it made sense to cover it up. Didn't realise that when I was making it at the time. There's a convention. Speaking of conventions, I did indeed on what is now a long dead channel. Yes, there are some aspects of the channel I did enjoy. Mostly the stuff that involved me, Nathan and Gina, and Ash, and Tom. But yeah, we've moved on now to better things. I am planning on going to a convention in end of May, beginning of June in Birmingham. Just a convention goer. I'm not a guest or anything like that. I went there the last 2 years and it's been really fun. My wallet doesn't like it. My wallet is left crying and shaking at the end of it. But yeah, it's been quite fun. I enjoy my time when I go there. Oh, you mean the vlog channel? Sorry. And yes, Carmen, you're correct. We were both referring to different channels, and I was referring to that channel, Carmen, and EP was referring to his own vlog channel, which was 365 originally. I am thinking about, because I'm going to that convention in summer, of maybe vlogging part of it, but because it's so busy, regardless of which day you go, it's one of those like weekend events kind of thing. You only need to go one day, but it's held over the whole weekend. About vlogging part of it, but because it's so busy, it's not really. I feel self-conscious getting a camera out in the middle of a crowded place. I kind of film myself going, "Hi, I'm here." It feels inauthentic, kind of thing. So maybe I'll just like record myself getting ready for it, going to it, coming back from it, reviewing it, and to have like some B-roll rather than actually whilst I'm there, because I feel like it's a bit awkward, a bit kind of obnoxious. I wanted to do it last year. I think I recorded like the day before I was going about it, and then forgot to record anything when I was there. So because I was too preoccupied with let's buy all the things. This feels so weird not seeing that massive hole in the ground now. I'm so used to it being there. Yeah, I miss vlogging. Sometimes I have, but I have nothing ready to document. When I occasionally do something, I don't want to focus on filming it. That is true. Yeah, obviously, as like content creators that we are, like obviously we do have a side of us that's going like, well, this would be great to like. I wish I could show my friends and I can show my fans this. But on the other hand, it's like I also want to experience it myself without having to put a camera in someone's face. Kind of thing. And also, if I was recording it, it would be on my phone, and my phone is an absolute bitch when it comes to like, you've got so much space left over on your phone. Like, I don't want to delete my entire history on my phone just so I can save one video. It's not happening. Right, so the archive is now complete. As you can see, I've covered it over now with the ground floor plan, which we will be starting very shortly. For the car park, I'm going to just cover it over in stone. But to do that, I'm going to use World Edit because it's a lot easier than watching me having to cover this entire area in stone. So what I will do, I'm going to put the coordinates on screen so I can use that as a reference. I think it's in. Is it in game? Yes, it is. I forget where things are on the menu, so they change it all the time. I will save though before I do anything else. I was supposed to vlog when I visited in 2021 and I never once got the camera out. that is the thing. Is like sometimes it's like I just want to enjoy myself. I don't want to have to feel like I am pressured into recording this. And that's absolutely fine. That's totally okay. Not everything has to be on a camera. We've got some coordinates. So what we'll do for this is need to find out what the level is that I need to go at. So I'm currently at, ground floor is level 5. Not level 5, what am I talking about? Ground floor is 95. This is the part where my brain starts to fall out of my ear. 95, so it'll be 94 is the level that the ceiling is for the car park. So whatever I put in the command section will have 94 in the middle of it. You need an X coordinate, you need a Y coordinate, but the middle one would always be 94 because it's only one layer. Not going to be anything too tall, too wide. But also with World Edit, you can't do the whole thing in one go because it will say there's too many blocks. You have to do it bit by bit. And also because this isn't a square or rectangle building, I will have to do it in bits because otherwise it will cut things off. And I don't want that. So what I want to do is just the rectangle bit and fill the rest of it in myself. So what I will do before I do anything else is I'll fill in the bits that I need to fill in. The stone. Actually, no, not stone. I think stone's going to match the pillars too much. I'll do it in tough block. Find the tough blocks. It's got a bit more of an interesting texture than just the same one over and over again. That being said, when we next meet, we should film something, but like a specific video, not just a general vlogging thing. I agree with you, EP. I would love that. I think what we need to do, because it's been one of those things that's been like fabled throughout the years, is an Emily wants to play, but with me and you. The success of Poppy's Playtime, which again I still need to get back to chapter 2 on that, with Hannah, I think we need to do one with EP that's just Emily wants to play. Again. I'm sure EP will be happy with that. EP says sounds good. We could stream it. Wouldn't be a long one, a couple of hours at most, but it'd be fun. I think, depending on how long you're over here for, in either the autumn or the spring, we could do both. We could do a stream and we could do a video as well. One obviously comes out a little bit later than the other one does. If we can figure out what we'd do as a video and what we'd do as a stream. Part wants to say a Minecraft thing, but I don't think. I think Minecraft might be a little bit. What's the word I'm looking for? It might be a little bit as an easy idea rather than a let's watch this video because they're playing this particular game kind of thing. In a short game, EP played chess. I might actually beat EP at chess. I was so awfully terrible at it with Nathan. I might have a half a chance with EP. Speaking of which, there is another video that's going to go out, as I mentioned beforehand. The first draft of it is done. The next draft of it involves a lot of asset management, so that's what's taking a little bit longer than expected. And also because I've got live stuff happening as well, it has delayed it a little bit. I will try and get it out by the end of the month. Because most of it's basically done. It's literally just the showy bits that I need to do. The outro's done, intro's done. It's literally just if anything comes up, if we mention anything, it needs to come up on screen, that sort of thing. I need to put that on there. And our faces as well. In the video, in the last video, there was obviously our faces that reacted when we said stuff. That will take a while to do. Once that's done, I can go ahead and upload it. But basically, it's done without those bits. Problem is, I'm not very good at chess either, Nazeepo. I think we both do enough Minecraft already. Besides, it would be a one-off stream. I don't know if we could do that for Minecraft. I don't mean stream Minecraft. I mean like do a video on Minecraft. But again, I think Minecraft wouldn't be a very searchable video to do for both of us. So it would have to be something else we play. But I'm sure there's something else that comes out at that point. I mean, I'd like to do House Flipper. So you can do a co-op House Flipper with that game for some reason. So I wouldn't mind doing a House Flipper with you, maybe. House Flipper 2. If I'm still playing it by the time you come over. I think if we're going to go down this route, EP, if you are planning to come over at some point this year, we need to set aside some time, like at least a day or so, where it's just like a recording day. So then we don't have to like rush it because we've got plans elsewhere, kind of thing. We have like a fun day and then have like a recording day. But I agree with you. We'll figure out closer to the time. I'll have my secretary speak to your secretary. We'll swap numbers. We'll sort something out. I'm sure Nathan and Gina would want to do something with you as well. Giggity, I get it. I meant video-wise. You can find the right thing. Okay, I'll try and make it a bit more rectangular, a bit more easier for the game not to fuck it up. Right, so that should now be a big rectangle rather than the awkward shape I made it last time. Do have a rough idea of when I was thinking, but it's based on a bit on how well things go in terms of improving health. We don't really want to get people's hopes up. It's fine. We won't do the large bit of the organising that on stream. We'll do it on Discord somewhere. We'll do it off stream. We could work things out that way. But yes, I'm open to it. Right, so it's 94 is the middle digit. And we need to find one. We need to find what this one is. So I'll make a note of it. If I have some paper to make a note of it, I've got to use my phone. I'm going to use my phone. 2026, use your phone. I'll make a new note and. So this coordinate would be 1924, and then 94, and then 1234. That's convenient. 1234. Oh, would it be 1233? 1233, not 34. Okay, so I've made the note of that coordinate. Then I need to go right to the other end, over to there. Get a note of that coordinate, so I can tell the game that that's where it ends. So this coordinate will be 1953. 94 again. 1297. Now, it might come back to me and say there's too many blocks, in which case I'll need to split it up again. But hopefully you should be able to do that, both cover that area. So what you need to do is obviously don't be in the way when the blocks are being placed. Make sure you're nearby. You can't be too far away, otherwise it will say you're too far away. Bring up the command box and you need to type in /, that is the command thing to do anything on World Edit. You do / and then you put fill. And then you need to do, as it's at the bottom here, coordinates, space, coordinates, and then what you want to fill it with. So in this case, it would be tough block. So fill, and then I'll put the coordinates in that I made a note of earlier. So 1924. Space 94 space 1233 space, and the second coordinate 1953 94 again, 1297, and then you space, and then you type in what block you want to replace it with. Obviously it gives you some options down here. So once you type things in, it will close that down. So we need tough brick, not brick, we need tough block, just tough. Tough would work. Yeah, just tough. And then you press start. If you're using Xbox, it would be start. If you're using the PlayStation, it would also be, I think they call it options, but it's start. Press start and it should fill it in for you. If it's too much, it will tell you, it will be in red lettering. Cannot place blocks outside of the world. I've just realised I forgot the minus numbers. That's why it's telling me that it's too out. I'm too far out. So it's minus the last number, not plus. Double checking that. Yep, that's fine. So again, let's try this again, but put minus numbers in. Bring up the command block. Press up and it will reveal the last thing you type. So you now type out again. And we press X and then go to the last coordinate. Type in that important minus number. Minus symbol. Like so. And then press the start button. Ta-da! But also, let's put it in the wrong place. It's not 94, it's 93. It's not 94, it's a very naughty boy. No, it's not 94, it's 93, I meant. So how do I fix this? So, go back to your command block. Bring it back up. Now, you're going to use the same command. Oh. You're going to use the same command you used beforehand, but instead of putting tough, you'll put air. And that should get rid of all the things I just placed. Ta-da, we're back to where we were again. So now to fix that, we'll go back to the command block. So it's right on the directional buttons. Up to bring back your previous equation. Press A, oh, not A. It would be A on Xbox, it would be X on PlayStation. To bring up the keyboard. And then what I need to do is change the middle digit to 93, not 94. And also air to tough again. And then press start. Ta-da! I did it. I'm amazing. Well, the game did it. But we have now covered the entirety of the hall. Forgot the name of the place then. But if we're doing things Saturday, we can discuss it then. Yeah, we can discuss it then. That's fine by me. Maybe we just broke the internet and just have like an EP, Pride and Pixels, and NG Plus video. That would be amazing. Okay, so if I go down, you look a bit gloomy at the moment because obviously we've blocked out all the lights. But now the car park makes sense now because the pillars are actually touching the ceiling rather than just hanging there. Again, I will go through this on a different stream, I think, just to make the ceiling look a little bit more interesting. At the moment, I'm just happy for it to look like this, to make it look like it's a solid block of concrete, basically. It doesn't need to be fancy. It's a car park. They're not really that colourful. I might also come back in at a later stream as well and add some cars in the bays to make it look like they're not all just gone home. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Do I want to put some lights in? I feel like I need to put some lights in, but I think I will do a different frog light rather than the orange one. I might do a green one maybe. What other light blocks do we have? The light block I had was a lantern I needed. That's the one. Sea lantern is the other block. Just like generic light I normally use a sea lantern for. Or frog light if I wanted to make it kind of like a warm light, office light, bathroom light, that sort of thing. So I think I'll use a sea light and I will put some lights in. This place does need to be lit up so people don't make crashes. But where do the lights go? I'm going to put one above the entrance and exit. That makes more sense. Now, I can't remember if there's strip lights or if there's spotlights in this car park. I think it's strip morely, isn't it? Rather than this kind. I think it's more like a strip. I think that's much too wide. Like that, maybe. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A light. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. A light. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. Like so. I like how in the new update, like the shadows and stuff like that are so kind of like. You remember in earlier updates of Minecraft where the shadowing was so jank and it would just appear randomly. Hi Ash. It would just appear randomly. Whereas in this update, it kind of happens naturally. Once you change things, it will eventually change the lighting. and shadows to go with it. I like that. You alright? Are you heading out? He's not responding to me because his ears are still hurting him from the other day. He can barely hear me at the moment. Oh, and as you can see, like, if we compare the one side to the other side, so that's the one with strip lighting in it, that's the one without strip lighting in it, you can tell the difference between the two of them immediately, can't you? Don't ever want to put anything in the middle here, I'll just leave it as is. I think that's lit up enough for what it needs to be. Hello.
Hi.
Are you heading out soon?
Yeah.
Okay. The lighting upgrades are so much better. I hope it feels better soon. I live with those kind of issues, so I can relate. I mean, you know, it's one of those. I'd say it's an interesting fact. It's probably not interesting to yourself because you have to live with it. But I always half forget or half remember that EP is like partially deaf in one ear, or deaf in one ear. Sorry, should I say? Because you would never know just by talking to him that he's got any kind of like hearing impairment, but apparently he does. I'm assuming because the other ear like compensates for it quite well, but yeah, you'd never know. Get too far over that side. Partially deaf in one, almost entirely in the other. Oh, I see. Hey. Hey. Forgot something. You forgot me. You're right.
Yeah.
Need me to help you with anything before you go?
Just writing it for you now.
Okay, right on my list.
Yeah.
Carmi says hi. Carmi's in the chat.
Hello.
If you're going to do Crash Bandicoot on Sunday, I'm going to watch it.
Yes, I know you said. We're not doing anything this weekend, are we?
I'm not planning on to. No.
Good.
I'm recording a couple of things, but
if people invite us, my social media's full. I want a weekend to ourselves.
I get it. We're still recovering from Christmas, aren't we? But no, I've not planned anything this weekend. I'm not planning on playing this weekend. I'm recording something on Saturday with EP, and I'm recording something with Andy on Friday. Sunday, I'm not doing anything other than watching Kami stream. We're not planning to go anywhere, is what I'm trying to say. Stay indoors, wear your PJs all day, absolutely fine, no guilt.
Will you pause for a sec? Come see me off.
Yeah, sure. That's where I need to go. Sure, it all lines up. It does. I'm happy with this. Check the chat. You don't have to record a Saturday. We can put it back. No, it's fine. Like it means like going out somewhere. Like if we're indoors, it's
What
fine.
time? Yeah, what time are you recording? Because don't forget, till lunchtime I'll be asleep. So.
Yeah. We haven't decided yet. We'll do it off stream some point in the day.
No, I don't. Yeah, don't worry about it, EP. What I'm saying is, I don't want us to go out. My social meter's full.
Doesn't want to host anyone. Doesn't want to go out anywhere. Like
The
we did a lot of
the only thing I want to do is catch up on tele, wear my pajamas, probably have a takeout. I don't.
I do like the idea of a takeout.
You got a coupon for thingy, haven't you? Or is it expired?
What do you mean?
For chutneys.
The Indian. No, it's not expired now. It was only for that day.
Oh, never mind. Well, we'll still do chutneys anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. Right, I'm gonna do a we'll be right back whilst I just see him off. Be back in a second for you guys. Where's the button? I forgot the button. Where has it gone? There it is. That's better. Back in a minute. Right now. Hello. Welcome back. I'm sorry to put you in crazy 90s cartoon hell. But I'm back now. How's everyone doing? Are you still here? No, we all left now. We heard the music and we're like, oh, okay, that's the cue for me to leave. One just went off. Ash sent me a text. What did I forget this time? Oh no, it's just my housework list. Why would it still be on, Ash? No, I'm gone, says EP. Oh, good. I'm glad. Is there anything else you'd like to do, EP? When we do arrange to see you again, like in Leicester and stuff. Like, would you prefer to like have like a shopping trip somewhere, like do an event somewhere, just like play games at ours, or like what would you prefer to do? Just hang out. Or was it kind of like a or loosey goosey, just kind of like go through the day? How dare, says EP. Still here, says Kami. Thank you, Kami. I appreciate your patronage. Why has that now gone over? That was wide. Now this one seems a bit on the short side. Why has it gone over like that? That annoys me. That's not straight now. But I counted it. I was also distracted at the time. Maybe says anything crime related. Only one thing on my list really, because we talked about it and never did it. I'd like to go to the Retro Computer Museum. We can do that. We can do that. We're in a new location now, EP. We're in a brand new location. Much better location as well. The same like industrial park, but they've got a bigger unit this time. I've been there on many a birthday. That would be in the centre, wouldn't it? My measurements are all fucky. I need to change that. Now it's too far over that way. Oh, this is so annoying. I think it needs to be 1 over, not 2 over, basically. And it's in the centre. It's going to annoy me that it's not completely in the centre. Well, it might be kind of cool to see Richard III someday. So that's not a priority, just me being a history nerd. I think we've got. I've not been to the Richard III exhibit kind of thing. I know what you mean. So that could be cool to kind of to look into that. Or if it's something you want to do by yourself, that's absolutely fine as well. This looks much better now. It's in the centre, it looks much better. And this time, EP, I promise I will take you to the Super Game Shack and I won't take you down the wrong alley. And that's not a euphemism, JP, stop it. A lot of stuff like that, I'm happy to do it by myself, but company's always welcome. I have not done anything relating to the Richard Third thing, so yeah, I would join you for that. Or if you want to do that by yourself, it's absolutely fine. We'll decide like near the time if you want. See if anyone else is interested in going as well. If you were on Mastermind, we'll throw it out to everyone. If you were on Mastermind, what would your specialist subject be? Because I feel like EPs would be history. I don't know what my specialist subject would be. It would either be something YouTube related or car related, or video game, like racing video game related, maybe. If so, sorry, what? What would your specialist subject be if you're on Mastermind? Like, what would you think you'd be able to answer the most questions about confidently in this particular subject? The EP says history. I'd probably say something like car related or something like YouTube related. Something would be my strongest areas. Hell, I'd even say Stranger Things. But like Doctor Who, that sort of thing. What would your specialist subject be? Lighting is much better, isn't it? Much better in there. Don't need to put anything in the middle here. I think this is just enough with these strips of light. That's enough for me. So, that would be the last ceiling or the basement level of the City Hall. Completed. Let's go, float up to the top. Now, this is where the car park sits. It doesn't really matter where the edges of the basement are because obviously the ground floor will be separate. Well, kind of mostly separate from the rest of the building, except for the lift shaft, which is here, and the stairwells, which is like the private stairwells for the employees. So apart from this bit in the middle here, everything else around it, once I've covered this area up, should be free game. It should be like I can place it wherever, basically. Also with the exception of this bit as well, the entrance to the car park, because that will probably be covered over or left open, sorry, so people can get in to the car park itself. Excuse me. I was thinking about you taking EP down the alleyway. Yeah. I should do another history quiz someday. Oh, I need a quiz. Like, I miss doing a quiz. Like, not necessarily being the quiz master, but taking part in a quiz. I know I did like 3 of them over Christmas because the big fat quiz of the year was around. And I lost the trophy. I didn't get the other ones either. But you know, next year I'll take it back from Mandy. It's fine. I'll take it back by force. Just break it to a house and take it back. So we do the Big Fat Quiz of the Year as a group of friends together. So the first year the Coxes won. That was 2024. 2025 we won. And then 2026 Andy's won. Like it's all been in each other's. We've all had time with the award, and all I'm saying is that next year it's coming back to us. So EP, yes, you should do another history quiz. I look forward to it. What you're saying is I should ban Andy? It depends on what are her charges this time. What did she do? She'll be charged with the crime of general villainy. This is where EP starts to turn into Darth Vader. Or Lord Tarkin. Did I say Lord Tarkin? I meant to say General Tarkin. My lack of Star Wars knowledge is showing there. EP hasn't written anything in capital letters yet, so I'm assuming that was good Star Wars knowledge, not bad Star Wars knowledge. Ah. I remember that Tarkin was a villain though. It was Grand Moff Tarkin. It wasn't what I said. Just imagine EP rocking back and forth going, okay, he'll get it right someday. He'll get it right someday. I believe it. It was bad, but I'm just in a good mood. Okay, cool. Oh, you are kidding me, right? Is that... It's not straight. Just a little bit off by one. Oh, that's going to annoy me. Just not quite... Well, if you've tuned into the channel, you know that everything here is not quite straight. So... I need to set up a watch party someday with a bunch of people and make them all watch everything Star Wars. I've seen the films. The only Star Wars property I haven't seen yet is Andor. I've not seen that. There's anything else I've missed? Andor, Ahsoka, or Ahsoka. I haven't seen either of those two. But apart from that, I'm pretty much up to date with my Star Wars knowledge. Or should be, anyway. Star Wars entities, not knowledge. Quick, cover it so you won't see. Way ahead of me, EP. So let's bring it back up, but let's change the thingamajig. I'll make a note of what the codes again. So it is 1952. It is 94. Not 93, because that will erase what I've just put down there. Minus 1295. And then the other coordinate is 1926, 94 minus, not A, minus 1233. Let's try this again, baby. Watch my mistake disappear, everyone. That's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. Fuck! It's okay, because eventually I was going to change the lights anyway. I didn't want to delete the lights. That's not what I wanted to do. Is there an undo button? I can't remember if there's an undo button. Clone War. Oh, sorry. Clone Wars and Rebels. I've not seen that either. To be honest, if you've seen Ahsoka, then that's worth watching. Gives you the backstory for Ahsoka, Healer, Sabine, etc. No! Oh, Finn, there's no undo button. Gotta be careful with the commands. Oh, why? Okay, it's fine. It is fine. It is totally fine. Let's try it again. But let's change that. I'm so annoyed at myself. Back in the day, if you just put grass down, it would do it for you. You don't have to put grass block. Moment of truth. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, right. That level's done. This level needs to be fixed. Okay, right. These are on the same level, but for whatever reason, when I carried it over to that side, one was higher than the other. I don't know why. Was it just that I'd not placed these? Don't think it was. But for continuity's sake, I'm going to put it there now. Or do I want to move that back one? I'll move it back one. A bit too close to the edge. Of glory. Easily done, mate. I've been using commands for years and years, and yet sometimes I still erase huge chunks of work. I know that if I was on PC as well, they've got a little bit more leeway when it comes to like the world edit commands. But I'm on Xbox, so I know that some of all the like big like Minecraft YouTubers use PC because they can use the like the shaders mods and like they can mod it so they can just press a button and it just carves the landscape for them. But I kind of like using the console thing because that's how I used to play Minecraft. As I played it on console first before I played it on PC. This is the exciting part of the stream. I apologise for my silence. I am focusing now because I'm trying to undo my mistake. My last mistake like that, I erased about 80 blocks worth of tracks. Eep. I wouldn't recommend that, EP. That sounds very expensive. But did you learn from it? I'll be happy once this is done. Not really a mistake, happened because I was tired and didn't check the numbers. Can't really allow for exhaustion on stupidity. To me, clarify, not sassing you. I know that was a completely stupid thing by my own kind of admission there as well. I was not being intelligent, Finn, right then. I was being stupid, Finn. Being dumb, Finn. Done it. I fixed it. I'm so happy with myself. I fixed it. I went into flow state again there. I just like completely forgot I was streaming. Right, let's go to the ground floor and actually fill in. Ta-da! That's what we got. We've got 3 holes in the floor where the staircase is and where the lift is. So, regardless of where I put the city hall floor plan, it has to incorporate that section, and also has to stop before it hits this bit of the car park. It's going to be exposed to the elements. I had an idea, and probably do I have time to do that now? I don't think I have time to do the actual floor plans themselves this stream, but I will do it next stream. My idea for the floor plan for the bit that's going to be above ground is do the city hall in a Y shape. So like have a central bit. So I'm assuming what we'll incorporate the staircase and the lift into, but then have like a northwest wing, a northeast wing, and like a south wing to the city hall, and do it that way. But because of where these are placed, they aren't completely central to this plot I've marked out. So it might be a bit of a lopsided bit Y. So I might still do a central Y in here, but I'll keep this as like a side bit of the building. I don't know. I'll still work it out. It'll be fine. Need to work out the actual plans though. Shall I do that now at 9:30? But yeah. Thank you, EP, for the trophies. I appreciate that. So what I'll do is I'm just going to get rid of all the blocks I don't need right now. Oh, and I'm going to save the lantern. Drop that. Drop the rose bush. Slab, don't need a pickaxe. Deep slates. Okay, completely clean slate. I kind of like the idea of doing the ground floor itself on the next stream, so we can actually hit the ground running, start the actual build next stream. But let me plot it out with a block for you, like what the shape of the building is going to be like. Just pick like a red block, red wall. Ta-da! Right, so this is going to be my design, like bare bones design of what the city hall is going to look like. So I had an idea that I was going to. This is very rough. Somewhere in the center. I want to do. Didn't want to do that. Oh, place a bit of wall there. All the way up here. Roughly in the middle. That isn't in the middle, but roughly in the middle. a big long corridor of offices and stuff like that. And then either my first idea was to do like have a big long building this way with like two bits that sprout off in that direction and that direction, or have that but in the center where they both intersect have like a big like circular like atrium in the middle that goes through to the right to the very top of the building, like a big glass kind of like dome. But I don't know if that would be too complicated, and that would end up with having like 18 different streams just doing that central bit, or not. So I'm just going to do like a rough workout of where the building bits are going to go. So I'll draw a Y. And help me visualize it. Not completely in the center, but that's fine because this is just a sketch. They're like, why? Why? So my idea was either do a Y-shaped building. So this is obviously this is very basic. A Y-shaped building, and where this bit intersects over here, have like an atrium in the center, basically, or like a big circle. So like this, basically. No, that's not. They made a P symbol. But basically like this. So these are like the main arms of the building, and then there's a central bit in the middle, which will basically like have the lobby in it, have like a waiting area for people, And then when you're actually going into like an actual room, it would go off on one of these arms. I might make this a little bit further down this way, to be honest, so it's a bit closer to the street. And then obviously have like a garden either side of this, either side of the wing, that sort of thing. Do people like that idea? Like just doing that there. I do like the idea of doing that. I don't know if I want to do like nation all the way up to the top though. I don't know. Thinking nice layout. Thank you, EP. I thought like incorporate because obviously your city begins with a Y. You have a Y-shaped building. But yeah, if I can move this not that high up, but a little bit further down this way, then I've got like a place to build from that point. JP agrees with it. We'll go with that. The circle bit, I'm not too sure about yet. I'm gonna forget about the circle bit and just focus on the Y bit for now. And then when we start the new stream, I'll have a fanny around with the design of this Y, and then we can actually start the actual floor plan at the beginning of the next stream. I think will probably be the best way of doing it. But yeah, so thinking where should the building end? Like this whole plot is where the city hall is going to land. It's going to be basically. I want there to be some gardens as well to make the basically the big boring grey building look a bit more exciting. So let me just move this one up a little bit more. The edge of the building is. And then I'll work out if it's in the centre by the corner pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 away from that side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh! I think I might have accidentally gone directly in the centre. I love that. I couldn't have made it any closer to the centre if I tried. But basically that, but I'll bring this bit a bit further this way. E. Right, before I get confused, I'm getting rid of the circle. Right, okay, circle's gone. Yeah, right, okay. Again, this is very, very like sketching out kind of where it would end up looking, going even. Okay, how does that look? I like that. I'm thinking maybe switch it the other way around so that the V is focusing towards the town rather than the long straight one. But it just means that the Y is the wrong way around for the rest of the city that I've currently built. Is the only issue that I have with that. If this bit is facing the other way, facing that way, that would look more appealing for like if I want to put some gardens there, that sort of thing. Which means the Y is the wrong way round. I'm gonna try it the other way around. We'll try putting the wings in, and then I can see what it looks like. We're sketching, okay? It's not like set in stone. Still sketching the place out. One, two, three, four, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 from the top there. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is that on there? I'm going a bit too far out there. By 1. Okay, what do people prefer? Do they? I've made a man with no head. Do they prefer the Y facing this way out of the city, or the Y facing the city? Makes sense, didn't it? Do people prefer this side where the V of the Y is facing this way, or do they prefer the V facing away from the city? Just put in the chat if you prefer it to be towards the city or away, and then I will make my decision which way it's orientating. I want to face it out. JP says this way. EP also says that way. But just to confirm, you prefer it this way. The way I originally put it down. But honestly, either works. Yes, but up to you. So EP and JP both say that the V facing away looks better than the V facing towards the city. And you know what? I think I agree with you. Just because where this is just because where I've left these, this makes more sense for the long part of the building to be that way, so it can incorporate this, rather than other way around. We'll be crashing into this V shape then. I think I'll keep it the way it is. I'll get rid of this bit. I think I've got a compromise in my head for the Ys on this side. I think I might make them like some lawns, but in the lawns it's been mowed in such a way where it shows a Y off. Something like that. I'll work on it. I'll workshop it. Oh, my eyes. Okay, so this is the final orientation we've settled on. Is have the Y facing away. I still want to do that thing where like there's some gardens in this area over here. But then this bit can be like the corporate entrance kind of thing. I don't know. We can work on it, it's fine. I think I'll thicken out the long bit. I was about to say the long shaft then. I realised no, don't do that because EP and JP are in the chat and they'll rip me mercilessly for that. I think I'll do like I'll make a thicker version so it looks more like a building, and then I will work on that off stream. I think, and then the next stream we start, I can then put the floor plan in and start doing the ground floor. That's what I'm going to do. That's the last thing I'm going to do tonight before I finish tonight. Is I'll do more of a thicker shape for the building, and then I will go, and then I will leave you until next Wednesday when we'll do the actual floor plan and actually start the ground floor, the bits people can see of the City Hall. And then tomorrow, I'm doing City Skylines again. So we're going to be doing the music venue. We're going to be putting a train station in. We're going to be making a new district across the river from Golden Coffers. Stay tuned for that tomorrow. That's on Twitch. Pride and Pixels on Twitch, same as it is here. And also follow the Discord if you haven't already, because it's a nice chill place to hang out between streams. You can get to know us and get to know the people in the chat as well outside of streams. What do you want me to do in the long shaft? Is what it's your own choice, mate. Thank you, Finn, says JP. Oh, that's okay. Right, so I'm going to thicken this out to make it look more building-like rather than just a sketch, really. So, but I always want to make it big enough so that I actually can put rooms in it. Again, this is still kind of sketching it. It's not like set in stone. This design that I'm doing at the moment. Again, I've got to incorporate this and still make it a bit thicker. Is a sentence I've said today. Good night, Carmi. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. I think this could be longer. This might be a bit too on the short side, but we shall see. So this is currently, how wide is this? All the innuendos are coming out tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no, a short shaft. Still, not the size, it's how you use it, says EP. I knew that was coming. I knew as soon as I started saying it, that joke would be made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then that. Just sketching an idea out here. I'll make it look pretty between streams. And 7 towards the edge. Perfect. This building's looking a little bit suspicious at the moment. It was not my intention, I swear. Might be a little bit too thick on one side. That's better. Now I've got like a... That's basically a Y-shaped building. Is what I wanted. Do I want to make this a bit longer? Shut up. Going to delete this now before anything happens. I'm going to leave the center bit so I know where the circle needs to start. So now let's have a look. EP making it longer. Oh my, says EP. Well, there's gonna have to be some editing, definitely, because this is basically just a penis at the moment. Wasn't my intention. It's supposed to be a Y-shaped building. It ended up looking like a penis. Let's do some editing before I finish, because I don't want to start the next stream with a penis-shaped building. Like a penis with a cutesy anime face. Oh my god, I've ruined this. I've made it worse rather than making it better, haven't I? I need to quickly change this. I can't start the thumbnail with this, can I? Oh, Finn, what have you done? It's worse to the point that I don't want to say what it looks like. Let's edit it to make it look less penisy. Is a sentence I have said today. This is not what I meant. What I meant. Okay, this is starting to look less like a penis. Instead, that's a penis. Meme here. I don't know how to make it less penisy. But I guess when I put the floor plan in, it will look less penisy. Right? No, let's not do that. I'm worried to edit this bit in case it makes it look like testicles, or even more like testicles. So I'll probably leave it there. So this is what we got so far. It looks more like a gun now, less like a penis, more like a gun. I'll go with that story. Thank you, Your Honour. So this is what we've got so far. We've done the complete basement this stream. That's completely done now. On the next stream, we'll be making this look less like a penis and more like a actual city hall with floor plans and everything. So please do stay tuned next week on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, as I'll be doing part 5 of this, which will be the actual ground floor of the city hall, the bit people are going to see from the ground level. Yeah, leave the anime face, gun, penis for now. Thank you, EP. Good advice. And I will see you on Twitch tomorrow for City Skylines and less penises. Yeah, have a lovely night, everyone. Enjoy what's left of your Wednesday evening. I'm gonna go and have a coffee. Plot twist is actually going to say fuck it and just make a penis next time. Good night, everybody. Have a good evening. Meet you this time. Bye.